All right, so the first card you've got for your past is this Knight of Swords. Okay. Now, so you've got the Knight of Swords, you've got the Five of Swords down there. So obviously not a great start, I have to say. So lots and lots of tension. I'm getting here lots of tension. And swords can be words. They can be words to me. If you drop the S, you've got, in swords, you've got words. And yeah, so difficult words. So maybe there was some kind of an argument. It feels like really, really hurtful words, actually. And it feels like, you've had this argument with someone, or you had some disagreement, or you broke up because of some words. And you're kind of in the aftermath of that now. You're kind of in the shadow of that. So it's over now. You're kind of still getting over that, I think, or you're getting over something with someone, a breakup, something like that. And there were definitely some words said. I think there was words that were said on both sides. And I'm picking up on, because I am getting two sides here coming together, like a two-way street. So whatever you're feeling, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling, that you miss them, that you're upset or that you're hurt, whatever you're feeling, because I'm getting a lot of different emotions here, because, there's absolutely love here. There's bewilderment, there's hurt from words, specifically hurt from horrible words. They said horrible words to you. But if you're feeling all those things, I think they're feeling the same. They're feeling very mixed up. They're feeling upset. I think they have regret over what they said to you. But I think there were some words that were said on both sides, because I keep on getting this two-way thing. But you were really, really hurt by some words that were said. That's the kind of thing I'm getting here. And normally you don't like that kind of, you don't like arguments. You don't like that kind of thing, this kind of dueling with swords. Some people love that. They love just getting things off their chest, and then they feel better. It's like rah, 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 and then I feel better. Aries can be like that. I can be like that. But, for you, I think as a Libra, obviously you're more balanced. You like a balanced conversation. You like fairness. You like someone to say, have their say in a kind of a quiet way, then you have yours and you kind of listen to everyone. That's not what happened here. That's absolutely not what happened. There were some really horrible words, really nasty words, really hurtful words. So if that's you, that's kind of what I'm getting. And you're just kind of getting over that. You're just kind of thinking about that right now, I think, because it feels quite immediate. It feels like you're still going through that, you're still going through all those emotions. Okay, so yeah, there are actually two different situations, I think, here. I'm going to try and make this make sense to you. I hope I don't mix it all up, because it's all kind of coming into my mind as I look at this. So there's 2 points of tension here. So one of them, I think, is coming from a love connection. That's where the horrible words were said. And you really cannot forget, not just the hurt, it's the actual literal words. It's like they said this, it really, really hurt, made me feel like less of a person, made me feel insecure. I had this horrible feeling. It really cut deeply, just like a sword. It's almost like you were stabbed. That's how serious it felt to you. Awful. And yeah, I keep on getting this energy kind of coming from two sides. So again, you both said things, they were hurt as well, but I think some pretty bad things were said to you, because I'm really feeling that. It's like I've been stabbed, I've been hurt. The wound's still there. It hasn't healed yet. That's what I'm getting. And just looking at the Five of Swords, you've got these two men walking away. They're literally walking away. So it might be that it might even be that you had this argument, you're in the middle of this argument, and maybe one of you literally got up and walked away, right in the middle. It's like, no, I can't be around this anymore. I've got to walk away. It might have been you because you don't like being in arguments. Or, it might just be that might just be indicating the separation, someone walking away. Lots of hurt. You might still be in tears, or you might have been through a time where you're crying. You've got this man crying here in the Five of Swords. So, yeah, if you're upset, if you're tearful, they're very upset as well. They're very upset as well. And if they've really hurt you, if you're still in the raw stages, if this is in the early stages for you, you might think, well, good, they hurt me. They hurt me. Why should they be upset? I'm the one that's been hurt here. But I think once you look back a bit further, once you go on into the future, you'll see, yeah, I was really hurt, but yeah, they were hurt as well. So I can see that. Okay, so yeah, I'm seeing this as well. So if that's all resonating with you, if you know what this this is about, you've been through a lot together with this person. You've been through a lot, and it looks like you went through a lot to get together, if that makes sense. It's like you went through some kind of battle to even be together. Maybe you know, obstacles were in your way. I'm getting problems, people in your way. Might have been people disapproving, might have been people saying, no, I don't want you to get together. I don't know why that is. But you had to kind of leap over or go through hoops, jump through hoops to get together. And then when you were together, you went through lots of things as well. So you've been through a lot. And so I think I'm picking up on that, because I think because you're very, very hurt, you're very upset. I'm getting that, or you were at one time. And you're still, it looks like you're still in between, that you're in two minds about this maybe. Because on the one hand, it's like, they really hurt me, I'm really unhappy, I don't want to be around that, that really upset me. On the other hand, it's like, look at what we've been through together, we've been through everything. Do I want to throw everything away? We've built so much up together. I don't want to just throw that away. So you've got that kind of, will I or won't I don't know. If that's how you're feeling, definitely take your time on this. Really think about what you want to do. Just get some time to yourself. Rest as much as you can. Try not to listen to too many outside opinions unless you really, really value them. Don't listen to outside opinions. Don't listen to outside opinions that are very one-sided, because I'm getting this feeling there might be some people around you who just do not like this person. They're not the kind of people you want to ask for advice, because obviously they're going to say, no, they're terrible. Don't go near them ever again. You want people who are balanced. You want people that are going to give you the real perspective here, not just from their own, not someone who has an agenda, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. I hope that makes sense to you, because I think some people do have an agenda about this relationship, and because you've been through all these battles to get together. So I hope that helps someone. So I have to say this, it does. I really don't want to influence you one way or the other. I really don't. But the feeling I'm getting through this, I have to tell you what I'm getting here. It feels like it's worth fighting for. It feels like it's worth it. Yeah, I've got it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it. This is big. This person is worth it. You are worth it. They are worth it. Just looking over this whole reading, you can see that there are cups everywhere. There's love everywhere. You've got the Two of Cups, all these cups. You've got the Star with hope. You've got, this Nine of Pentacles here, contentment, and then you've got the Queen of Cups at the end, lots of emotion. I would say looking over this, it is really worth it. But I don't want to influence you. I want you to really, if this is all resonating, think about this for yourself. But I had to tell you that because I'm getting that everywhere. I'm getting the words. I'm literally getting these words. It's worth it. It's worth it. But yeah, take your time. What I want to say is, don't just get up and run away from this. Don't just say, no, I'm running away. At least take your time and at least think about this. That's what I have to say about that. Okay. So the other thing I'm getting here is, I'm just looking at this. There's a sequence between the Five of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles down here. So they're the complete opposite. One's really horrible, nasty, tense, difficult, drama, fighting. The other one's all, I'm in my garden, I'm really content. So they're the complete opposite. But what I'm getting here is, there's some kind of family tension here. There's some kind of tension. It's around money. And I'm getting that there's someone, and they might be thinking something like, oh, I'm always fighting. I always have to battle, because that's what the Five of Swords is. It's a battle. I'm always in this losing battle when it comes to money. It's horrible. Everyone around me seems to be like this woman in the Nine of Pentacles. All my other family members have all got this, they've all got that, they've all got this. Look at me, I'm always battling. I always lose the battle. I always end up in tears, or I always end up hurt, or I always end up, losing. And so what they don't see is other people in your family, and you as well, you work hard for what you have. You work really hard. And they're not all that good at managing things, because you've got all this chaos here. And also you've got in the Knight of Swords this reckless knight who just rushes in, doesn't think about what he's doing. So I think that might be summing up who this person is. So if you know who this is, if you know what this situation is, if that's you, just be aware that there might be some kind of tension around your family, problems around your family. It might be due to someone asking someone for money, complaining about money, hinting that, it's not fair. Someone's in an unfair situation. They deserve more money. I'm getting that kind of thing. So just watch out for that coming up, probably sometime in your future. It's going to come up. You might know who this is already, so just kind of watch out for that. Just be aware of that coming up if that's you. So I hope that kind of warns someone. Okay, so yeah, so with your present, beautiful. You've got this beautiful Two of Cups. So yeah, beautiful. So this, okay, I have to say this again. I don't mean to influence you. I can't help it. This is worth it. This might be the one. This might be the one for you. This is worth it. Beautiful card, super strong bond you've built up with this love connection who you've had this fight with, or this disagreement. Again, you've been through a lot together. Look at that bond between these two, that caduceus. It's intertwined. So you might not be physically together. I don't think you are, because I was getting this separation and this fight and these horrible words. But you're intertwined anyway. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, you've been through so much together. One of you might have been through an illness, maybe. I'm getting that as well. Sometimes that caduceus can be about healing. You see it in pharmacies and things like that. So someone's helped someone to heal. Might be an illness, it might be from emotional problem. Someone's helped someone to heal. And you've had to go through a lot. So I'm getting this again, because this is a perfectly balanced card. So you're weighing things up, or you're kind of still going through this hurt. And I think after you've gone through this hurt, you're probably going to start weighing things up. And as a Libra, that's what you do anyway. And what I'm seeing is I'm kind of seeing you in between these two cards, in between the Knight of Swords and the Two of Cups. It's like, just imagine yourself standing between the two, and you're looking at the left and you're saying, oh, I was really hurt by that Knight of Swords. I'm really hurt by those words. I can't go back again. The hurt's too bad. I can't. But on the other hand, look at what we've built up together. Look at what I've got. I don't want to throw this away. And so you're in between the two. So if there's all this confusion, again, don't walk away automatically, but don't come back automatically. Really think about this. Really think about this very carefully. Get some time on your own, and don't listen to too many opinions. Just think about this yourself. Maybe meditate on this. Yeah, it's pure. You can see on this card, it's pure. It's strong love, very strong. And sometimes the strongest love is the one that hurts the most. So think about that as well. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. You're not perfect. They're not perfect. The situation's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. People say things. A lot of people look at, say they look at the Ten of Cups, say for an example, the Ten of Cups. The Lovers, Four of Wands, all those amazing love cards. And, they say, oh, perfect, this is what we want, this is love, this is true love. And of course, they're really fantastic cards to get. They're amazing cards for love. But to me, this card's about depth. This card's about connection. This card's about building up a true heart connection. It's not about a house, in the Ten of Cups. It's not about, material things. It's not about marriage. It's not about the celebration of marriage. They're all fine. They're all good things, of course. But this is about what is more important. This is about the depth. This is about the link. This is about real connection, true connection. It's about growth. You've had growth behind you. And I think this is reminding you that there can be growth in the future in front of you if you give this a chance. Again, I really feel like I'm persuading you. I don't want to persuade you, but I've got to tell you what I'm seeing. So for someone, think about whether this is worth it or not. Don't just look at the bad. Weigh up everything properly. And you know, it's not about material things, this card. Look at this house here. There's a house on the card, but it's tiny. It's not a great big house. And they're not looking at the house. They're not focused on that. They're focused on each other. They're focused on each other and they're connecting. That's where the importance is. To me, this is the biggest love card of all. It really is. Okay, so I'll talk about the Knight of Cups here because it's following on from that. Yeah, interesting. This is, you know, the Knight of Cups is right in the middle of the spread, and I kept on getting this. Well, I kept on getting these words. It's not perfect. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's right. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's right. It's not perfect, but it's right. And if you look at this knight, very interesting. If you look at this knight, he is perfect. You know, he's the knight in shining armor. You know, he's all shiny. He's on his white horse. You know, he's like the Disney classic character. But that's all on the surface. That's all on the surface. And, you know, it might be because I was getting a bit of family interference or friend interference, or people not approving of this relationship where you've had this fight where they're not perfect. They might have been looking at people you've been with in the past, or they might be looking at someone they might want for you. They might be saying, oh, what about this person X over here? Look how perfect they are. They've got this great job. You know, they're a doctor, they're a lawyer, they're beautiful, they're handsome, they're gorgeous. They've got a house, they've got this, they've got that, they've got all these jewels. But they're not looking at the depth that you have with this other person. So I think that's what this is telling you again. Try not to listen to all these voices unless you really, really trust them and you know that they're objective voices. Listen to yourself and listen to your heart. Listen to your heart. Don't think about what's on the surface. Think about what's inside there. So I think that's what the big message for this whole reading is. So yeah, there's definitely going to be some kind of communication between you. That's what the Two of Cups is about as well. Someone coming in, someone communicating. That's going to happen in time. I think you've got a little bit of time between now and when they come in to talk to you. So in that time, I think that's your time to be by yourself. If this is all resonating, think about this properly, meditate, really be by yourself for a while and think very carefully about this. Also concentrate on yourself. Concentrate on yourself. Don't let people pull you here, there and everywhere and say, do this, do that. Think about what you want. Follow your heart. I'm getting this again. It's not perfect, but it's right. I think for someone, this is the one. This is the one for someone. So I really hope this resonates. I really hope the right person's getting to hear this. Okay, so yeah, the last card you've got for your present is the Star. So yeah, hope. The Star of Hope. There is hope for you. It's not false hope. It's real hope. And when you have real hope, when you have real love, when you have real connection, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. You have ups and downs, you have fights, you have problems. That's real. That's real. That's what realness is, not the knight in shining armor. So another thing to think about, again, I can see in this card, you might still be in two minds, or you might be coming into that time where you're in two minds. You've been hurt. I can see that in this card as well. You know, she's naked, she's a bit vulnerable. So there's still that hurt there. But there's this being in two minds. You know, she's got one foot in the water. I'll lift it up so you can see. One foot in the water, one foot in the emotion. Again, another foot on the earth. Or, yeah, she's got a foot on the earth. Well, she's kind of kneeling on the earth. So, and so the star, she's got this beautiful big star there. She can't see it, so she doesn't know it's there yet. It's right behind her. So I don't think you know, or I don't think you realise this communication's coming in. It might be that you've had such a horrible fight, such horrible words, or they said something that you kind of thought, well, that's it now. I'm not going to hear from them ever again. you know, they've said such horrible things. I've said horrible things. Someone's walked off. That's it now. So you can't see that this communication's coming. You can't see that there's that hope there, if that resonates with you, but it's there. It's just behind you like this beautiful star. And with all this hurt that you're feeling, and you're probably still feeling some of that, I just want to say that again. I know this is going to sound like I'm making excuses for them and you should just forgive everything they say. No, of course I'm not saying that. I'm just saying don't automatically run away. Think about this carefully. I'm seeing lots of depth, lots of purity, lots of beautiful love here. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, back with this Knight of Swords back there with that horrible word. There's a lot of regret with them. I don't know if you can see this. It's very, very small. Just behind this horse's eye, in the Knight of Swords, there's a little red heart there. So there's still love there. There's still love there. They're thinking about this. They're regretting this. They are going to come and connect. And because I keep on seeing all through this reading, the other thing is, I keep on getting all these people that might be trying to interfere, not just in this relationship. Maybe that's why you broke up. Maybe there was interference, but people interfering in what you want to do, people interfering maybe in your life goals, maybe in your work goals. Maybe you've got a lot of tradition in your family. Maybe people are expecting you to do the right thing. And with that Knight of Cups there, it might be that they're saying, no, we want you to be this perfect person like the Knight of Cups. We want you to go for the knight in shining armor. We want you to have the house. We want you to have the big career. It feels like there's something you're doing in your career that might not feel really, really like you. And you know, but you might have, because it feels like there's obligation here to this family. I'm seeing lots of tradition here. So you might want to try and move away from all those voices again, get some time to yourself and really think about what you want. Because I think this is going to be a big turning point in your life with this Knight of Cups that's right in the middle. It's like, do I want to live up to these expectations, this perfection in the Knight of Cups? Or do I want to be real? Do I want to live up to what I want? Do I want to live up to myself? And I think that's what you're going to start to do. So really have a think about that once again. And yeah, listen to your own voice. Listen to your own voice. I'm not saying cut off your family or cut off people. I'm just saying